All right, Brandon Osuna. In this video, we're going to talk about improvements that you made during the lesson based on things that we focused on. And one of the first things that we focused on is what we do with our first move. And if we look here with Tom Glavine, one of the things that we talked about was the first move. When we lift this knee, we have to load these hips. So you're going to see here as he lifts the knee, the hips load. And the second thing that we talked about was when he lifts the knee and the hips load, the posture stays the same. In other words, he's going to keep this upright posture right here. So if you take a look, when the knee lifts and the hips load, the posture stays the same. Now, on the left-hand side with you, one of the things you're going to notice when we first started the day, you're not going to get quite much of a hip load. So you're going to see here, you're going to lift up the knee right there, and you can see that the hips don't load at all. Again, if I go back and we draw that line where your hips are at, like we did with Tom Glavine, and we take a look at your first move, you can see there's no load of the hips whatsoever. And the second thing you're going to notice is that on that first move, your posture, you lose your posture. In other words, from here you see that you're nice and upright, which is great. But as soon as you make your first move, you're going to see yourself hunch over right there. And what happens is when we hunch over, we lose our balance. All right, and anytime we're losing our balance when we're in motion, we're going to create inefficient movements in our delivery. Now, let me take a look here at how you improve. We're going to pull up the target view. Right here, and we'll flip you back over to a right-handed pitcher. And again, we're going to draw that green line where your hips are at. And we're going to take a look at how you load your hips first. We're going to see here on the first move, hips are loaded. And now we're going to take a look at your posture. Take note here how you're nice and upright. And when you go to load the hips, you stay nice and upright. So that's a great improvement on your first move, and as a result, you're way more balanced. So if we were to take a look at any pro pitcher, whether it be Tom Glavine or Roger Clemens or Mark Mulder, it doesn't matter who it is. Eric Gagne is another example. You're going to see that when he lifts up this knee, he's number one, he's going to load the hips, as you can see right there. And number two, he's going to keep his posture upright. And as a result, that's going to create good balance. We take a look at another guy. We'll do Mariano Rivera. We see him here in his set position. Hips are pointed at the catcher, but when he lifts the knee, you see the hips load. And again, notice the posture here. And when he gets to his knee lift, the posture maintains. And you look a lot like Mariano Rivera right there. Look at another guy, Mark Mulder. Again, upright posture, hips pointed here, but when he lifts the knee, the hips load, and the posture maintains. And then finally, we'll take a look at one of the pros that we've been looking at a lot lately, Tom Glavine. Knee lift, hip load, maintains posture. So you really made a huge improvement on that first move. And a lot of times as pitchers and hitters and anything else that we're doing, it's the first move that we make that's one of the most important moves. So that's a huge improvement.